Hello, everybody out there in YouTube world. When you feel marvellous about things in life, you feel so at peace with things, don't you, Max?
What?
When you feel marvellous, when you feel that lovely, that strong feeling of feeling amazing.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Mm.
It's you found yourself, haven't you? Basically,
There you go. Did
that's
you
what
hear
it
that?
is. You found
I
yourself.
found my true self in
Yeah.
life.
And it's
My
a
darling.
wonderful feeling, to be truthful,
It is.
because you feel calm and collected and just no stress around it.
Yeah.
And it's lovely, isn't it, to finally find that.
Mm.
And you know, when you can be happy with yourself, and I mean, not just pretending to be happy, I mean, proper happy.
Mm. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And we see people who put on a false bravado of things, pretending to be happy, and like some of the things we've been watching on YouTube of late, especially when it comes to social media, putting on a false face, and you can clearly see that it's all an act. Well, we're not an act. I can promise you that we really are not.
I mean, it must be very hard for people like that because they have to put on that face all the time.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
And one day they're going to slip up, obviously, because it's all an act.
Yes.
You might as well have gone to uni to be an actor or an actress.
Exact, to learn drama.
Yeah.
To learn
I mean,
drama.
I know people, unless they're looking perfect, well, whatever word that's supposed to mean,
Yeah.
because there's no such thing as perfect.
There isn't. There's no such thing as perfect.
They can't even go to the shop or open the door or, you know, if anyone knocks it. And
Yeah.
to me, that's really sad because that's a lot of energy they have to keep using.
Yeah, especially if they're not. They go, oh, I've got someone coming around. Right, I'm going to get myself all dolled up and what have you.
Yeah.
No.
You just got to be happy from within
There you go. See, you
before
have
you
to
can
be.
be happy from without.
From the outside, yes.
But being at peace with yourself, you know, that takes a lot to do, to be honest. You know, and I don't think anybody in the younger life will ever feel at peace. I may be wrong. It'd be nice to think that people do.
Yeah.
If you think as a child, you're innocent, aren't you?
Yeah, and you're learning.
At peace.
And you're learning. You're just
And then
learning.
something comes along
To
and
upset
it
that.
shatters your peace.
Definitely.
And then it starts, doesn't it? You know, feeling unnerved and I mean, you look for signs, don't you, really?
Yeah, you
Nail
do.
biting and, you know, when they start school, they realise it's not a perfect world because
Nope.
they're probably getting bullied or
Yeah.
other children can be cruel. And they pick up on anything, don't they, kids?
They
You
do.
know, you might only just have a little scar or a birthmark,
Yeah,
and that's going to be prominent to them the rest of the time through school.
it's true. It's true.
Which is sad, really, because it shattered the innocence, really.
Yeah.
And some adults go through that for the rest of their life, don't they?
And I do know some adults
Yeah.
who are like that. I went to school with some adults who were like that. I almost became that kind of person as well. A recluse in my own world. And I really did from a very early age. But look at me now. I found it. Without me even knowing that I found it.
And I think, you know, what gets you through as well is what you believe in. You know, you've got to have something to believe in. It doesn't have to be spiritual.
Yeah, I mean, not by belief, I mean it's not an obsession with it, where it affects your mind. That's where the belief of things are kind of misguided by people. And they say, "Oh, you have to be this. You have to." No, it's not about having to have to be like that.
No.
It's belief in yourself for one.
And it's really lovely, isn't it, to believe in yourself?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It
truly
really is. I mean, some people as well, they come across as really confident. And yet they're shaking inside.
Yeah, we are. I'm telling you now, me and Max, we're kind of like radars, aren't we? When you think about it, it's just what the energy we feel, the vibrations we
energies.
feel from other
I
people.
can
And,
pick up people's energies by just standing by me.
and I tell you now, you got to see it to believe it. Honestly, it's unbelievable when you actually sit and witness it yourself. I couldn't
Very
believe it.
sad.
It
Very
is.
sad. And I mean, the way the world is now, it's going to be even harder, isn't it, to feel at peace? Because there's so much worry, especially people who are used to having what they want when they want it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if they've got mortgages or their own places and they have to pay rent,
Yeah.
that's a worry for a start off, because they've got to be able to meet that, haven't they, with all the cuts and
Yep.
and people who are ill and they're on these benefits, you know, because of their disability and that.
Yep.
They've got the stress and the worry of that.
I know, especially when the government start putting this out and putting that out. You're thinking, oh gosh, what are they going to be doing next?
I think the main worry with people is always going to be bills.
Yeah.
Keeping a roof over
The
their
finance
head.
of things, really.
Yeah, financial situations. Health. And relationships, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I know somebody who reached 70-something, 74, so not quite 100% sure, and left a partner. Well, he left her. You know, 70 odd and you're leaving your partner.
I know. After all that time.
Oh, that's hard. That's going to be very stressful, isn't it? You know.
It is.
But to find peace within yourself, I think is the most loveliest thing anyone can do, to be honest. But I mean, again, you have to work at it.
Yeah, you got it.
You have to realise your faults, don't you?
Yep.
Realise
And
your
learn
faults,
from them as
learn
well.
from
Learn
them.
from them.
Meditation comes into it with us.
100%.
100%.
We do it every day. Do it every single day.
I mean, I've been meditating for many years. And so have you, haven't you?
Yeah. Most of our lives, really, when you think about it. Mine didn't start until after the Bruce Lee era, because I didn't know about meditation then. It's when I've researched about him, and then he said meditation is a big aspect of what he did. So I thought, right, I'm going to try and follow suit and try and find my own way by using his way, and plus the other ways that I learned from little bits and bobs over the years.
And I mean, another thing as well, you have to learn to not, and again, it's hard, but you've got to learn to not let anybody get to you, basically.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, to have inner peace, you can't have anything bothering you, really.
No, you
Otherwise you
can't.
haven't got inner peace.
You can't.
The worrying and everything has just got to go.
Yeah, it's got.
Yeah, and you know what, with the worrying part of it, it's, why do we worry? Because it doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't.
It's still there. What will be, won't it? And you find everything has a way of working itself out.
Yeah.
And the less you stress, the more you bring that peace to yourself.
Yeah, it's true. That is a
Because you are
truth.
what you think. You might not believe in that, you know, but you are what you think.
Yeah, and when you're thinking, what do you think? What you think your mind's actually doing is putting energy vibrations out.
Yeah.
It really does. That's what it actually really does. If scientists could X-ray that, and the way how you're thinking and your mind's thinking, I can promise you, you'd see waves coming out from your body. Tiny little vibrational waves emitting from your body.
For example, if you're feeling well, and then you've got a little ache, and then you're thinking, oh, I feel really unwell. And you wake up telling yourself you feel really unwell. You'll feel unwell all that day.
Yeah, you will.
Because you put it out there to come back.
Yeah. It's like the old saying is positive mental approach to life. You put it out positivity, and in the end, positiveness comes back to you twofold. And if you think the opposite of that, then that will come back to you also twofold. So you see,
I mean, we've spoke to people who you know, the looks down when we've been out. And we've like, you okay? Or, you know, I'm on about homeless people.
yeah,
You speak to them for what, maybe 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes. And when we've said, well, we have to go now, like, they've been like, I feel really much better. Thank you. Thank you for talking to, because they've talked it through. They're not holding it in.
You're exchanging and releasing.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
And for anyone who hasn't got anybody to talk to, write it all down.
Yeah, write it all down in a little jotter.
Fold it up, or you put your book away. When you get up in the morning, I guarantee you, won't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Won't feel so bad because you've got it off your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, even when you've got disabilities and you're not well or illnesses, if you try and put just a positive thought that day, you know, instead of thinking, oh, I can't get out, I can't do this, I'm stuck in these four walls, think the opposite. Oh, that's good, I can watch so-and-so I've been wanting to watch on the telly. Or if you haven't got a telly, I've been meaning to read that book. Or you know what? I think it's really good for people like that. That you can get these colouring books, meaningful books, can't you?
yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, which as long as you're just not sitting there thinking about what you can't do. I have to think that way every day, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Every single day.
Because I used to get so frustrated, didn't I?
Yeah,
I
you do.
couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. I'm one of these people that used to be able to run around and do everything.
Yeah.
You know, without even thinking about it. And then you get to a stage where you can't do that.
Yeah, as you get older in life.
Yeah. I just thought, oh, I can't do this, I can't. And I thought I was putting it out there. I'm not saying you can put it out there and say, oh, I can walk 10 miles today. Because you can't. That's impossible. But you just got to be positive.
Yeah.
Especially, like I say, with the world we live in.
Yeah, definitely.
But just to feel that happiness, genuine laughter. It's just lovely and it costs nothing.
Exactly, it doesn't
It's
cost
free.
a penny. Best thing in life are
It's free.
free.
Yeah.
And they are truly free. The best things are. Not material things. They come and go, but the best things in life are really free. And they can stay with you for the rest of your life too.
Very true, isn't it? Very true. I mean, years ago I was very ill. I had cancer. And I never saw the world the same after I got well. I never noticed, like, you know, when you go out and we notice now, like, the trees and the sky and, you know, we make pictures out the clouds.
Yeah, we do.
Silly things that people are probably thinking, how stupid. But, you know, it isn't.
No. That's
It
good for
really-
the brain, that is.
And that positivity kept me going. Kept me going. You know, because we've lost some good friends with cancer.
Yeah, we have. We both have.
And obviously we wouldn't go to them and say, stay positive, you know.
Yeah.
Knowing that they've got no chance of staying. But there's always good out of bad.
Yeah, I truly believe that too.
There's always good out of bad. Yeah. And it's not all about having everything.
No, materialistic.
Materialistic. I mean, when I was young, I always wanted nice clothes and shoes and, you know. But now I'm older and I realise you don't need all that stuff.
No, you don't.
As long as you feel comfortable and happy mentally and you're clean, obviously.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's true.
Soap and water costs nothing.
Exactly, it doesn't.
It's like these people who use all this fancy creams on their faces. Now all the money's being cut. How are they going to afford that?
Yeah, and those things aren't cheap.
And this is it. Once you give, it's like giving your kids everything. You don't know that one day that you're not going to be able to give them.
No.
How are they going to act then? Because they're used to having stuff like that, aren't they?
They are.
They really are. You know, and it's lovely to see somebody else really happy and content.
It is.
And this man here, he's like beaming, beaming all the time.
Bless him, my darling.
And it's so nice, it really is, to see that. Because I've seen him the opposite way as well.
She's seen me when I was...
You don't ever want to see anybody like that, you know.
No.
But to see somebody come out the other end, you know, with a different person, really.
And you see this, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how far it is away, it will always be there.
Always. I totally
there.
agree with that. Always a
there.
light at the end of the tunnel. Always. I mean, we're always going to miss people who've gone.
Yeah, of course. Of
aren't
course.
we?
Yeah.
But you know, again, talk to them
Yep.
like they were here.
Yeah. Mention the name.
Yeah, like they were here.
Mm.
It's so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of the so many things you can't afford,
Mm.
well, it's not meant for you right now, is it?
Exactly.
Basically.
Totally agree with that too.
So just get on with it, like,
Yeah.
and feel at peace. So if you're having a bad day at work, and somebody's having a go at you all the time, like managers do
As they do. Yeah.
sometimes, just let it come over your head.
Yeah. There you go. Water under the bridge, as they would say.
And don't bring it home with you after.
Yeah, that's it. Don't bring it home like luggage.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Obviously, don't let them speak disrespectful
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, of course. You can't let them do that.
But if you've made a genuine mistake
Yeah.
or something,
And you
you've
put
made
your
a
hands up.
genuine
Yeah,
mistake, you put your hands up,
to
don't
it.
you?
You put your hands up to it.
And that's it, really.
Mm.
Just don't let stuff get to you. If you're having a bad day at school, you know, and if you're being bullied, always tell someone.
Yep.
Always tell someone. It's not being a grass. It's
Yeah.
looking after your own mental health.
Yeah, it is. Because I know what it's like. But we both do. We both do.
You know, I've never been personally bullied, but I know a lot of people who have.
Yeah.
And it isn't nice to watch that, you know, when you're on the sideline looking in. But there is some nasty people out there.
Yeah, there
And
is.
if you let every single one of them get to you, then they've won, ain't they?
Yep.
They've won.
But
Never be ashamed of yourself, whatever you're going through.
Nope.
Never.
And to all us men out there, be acceptance of your emotions. Don't fight against them. This man up stuff, man up this, man up that. No, be acceptance of your emotions. Because that shows that you are true in yourself.
Very true, that is. Very true.
Okay. And so ending it there on this
How
one.
I ended up on this, I don't know.
Yeah. See, this is the thing with our channel. We do whatever we want to do on here, but it's always stuff that's positive. No negativity on this channel. None at all. But yeah.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
everyone.
And thank you to our new subscriber who subscribed sometime early on in the day. Thank you. Thank you. And please stay safe out there, everybody. Please stay safe out there. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.